All right, headed to Lake Quachita down in Hot Springs, Arkansas on this beautiful, hot Friday afternoon. So yeah, kind of a little impromptu trip here down to Lake Quachita. I've never been to Lake Quachita, and I hadn't been in Hot Springs in, 20 years. But my best friend growing up, Scott, he's got a boat, invited me down. It's kind of a dude's weekend, so gonna go meet up with him. It's about a 3-hour drive south from Bentonville. So yeah, kind of camp out, hang out, do the boat thing, see how it goes. Kind of, like I said, impromptu. Didn't really drag a bunch of my camping stuff along. I honestly plan on freaking sleeping in my hammock, so we'll see how that goes. It's hot in Arkansas right now. Like, even at night, it's still in the upper 70s. See if I survive. I don't know. But like I said, this was impromptu, and I didn't want to pack a bunch of stuff and drag it down. And most stuff that was close was booked already. So any like little cabins, Airbnb, stuff like that was pretty booked up. So it was just like, you know what? Grab a campsite. We at least got electricity. So brought a fan, brought an extension cord. So hopefully, if I make it through the night, we'll be on the water otherwise. So it should be a good time. But yep, getting on the road here at 3 p.m. so on a Friday, so it's probably going to be traffic galore. But yeah, I kind of expected that. But yeah, take y'all along for the ride, see the beauty of Arkansas. Don't know how much beauty you'll see off the highway here. Not sure. Well, I am sure because I have it plugged in my GPS. Originally, I thought I was going to be going on the western side of Arkansas, down below Fort Smith, and go into Hot Springs that way. I've never been on that part, through that part of Arkansas, really. Didn't grow up going much over there, if any, really, so I'm not too familiar with it. So I thought I was going to be driving over there, so I was like, oh, that's cool, see a part I haven't seen. But then by the time I was leaving and plugged in where I'm going into the GPS, it's actually gotten me going in a more familiar route. It's kind of through central Arkansas. So I think there will be a little bit of a stretch of road that I've never been on before, but we'll see how that goes, see what's all through there and whatnot. So it should be a good little trip. But yeah, we'll just kind of film the weekend and hopefully have fun. So I am in Russellville, Arkansas, and kind of never really, it's been probably, 30 years since I've been in Russellville. My sister, I think, did a semester or two of college here at Arkansas Tech University, and I remember coming up and visiting her for a couple of days. But really, yeah, so that was probably when I was like, 8 or 9 years old, maybe 10 years old, something like that. Yeah, other than that, I hadn't been through here. And then this has got me going, looks like 7 South. Guess that's what I'm gonna kind of use to drop down to Hot Springs. So yeah, this will be a different route for me. I've never been on these roads before, and if I have, I don't remember them, so it definitely wasn't me driving. So kind of looking forward to it though. A little different scenery. I'm down for that. Get here through Russellville and see what's next. So up here on the left is Feltner's Whataburger. Looks like they're still open. I think they're still open. I know that was a big place back in the day. I don't know so much if it still is or not, but that was, from my understanding, always had a good burger. So I don't know, because it's right here across from the university, but I don't know. They might be just closed right now, hadn't opened for dinner or something. I don't know. That's weird though, for a Friday. It was definitely dead, but it did have a no hiring sign out front, so maybe it's open. I have no idea. No idea. This little Camry behind me can get off my rear end, because there's really nowhere for you to go, homie. Like, it's 5 o'clock traffic right now, basically. Like, this tiny little town, so yeah, you can just ride my you know what back there. You're gonna hit my trailer hitch first anyway, so it's gonna jack you up more so than me. There you go. Must hear me, like, backed off a little bit. I think every small town has a Las Palmas Mexican restaurant. Like, can you call yourself a small town if you don't have a Las Palmas? Like, I feel like that's a mandatory thing that you've got to have, right? Got to. Shipley's Donuts. What? That sounds delicious. Delicious. Gotta make sure I don't get sidetracked here. I think I gotta turn at some point, but looking around, looking at everything. Flat Rock Arms and Outdoors. Oh man, this is. Oh, there's Stobie's restaurant. Oh man, it's got some of the best cheese dip. Can't tell if they're still open or not. I kind of forgot about that. I didn't forget about the cheese dip. I thought about the cheese dip. Used to be able to get it at Harps. Hadn't been to a Harps since I've been in Northwest Arkansas, so I don't know if you still can or not. Man, it's good cheese dip. I know we ate there before, because I think the restaurant's like an old rail car, maybe. Something like that, or I don't know. But man, that was, again, probably coming up on almost 30 years ago, if so. So yeah, crazy. Where'd the time go? Where did the time go? But yep, got about an hour and a half from here. So Russellville to Hot Springs, about an hour and a half drive still. Not too bad. Should put me in a town about 6:45. Gonna meet up with my buddy at DeLucas. Have some pizza. I think it was rated at like a 8.9 on Dave Portnoy's one bite rating scale. So kind of been on my list to get down to and eat since we've been in Arkansas. So kind of excited about that. And it'll be nice not to have to like get in, set up camp, and then also try and like turn around and like fix dinner. Like this will just be easy. We can meet up there, get some dinner, get over camp, get everything set up, because it'll probably be pretty much dark time by then. So at least that way we're not having to fool with making food. So should be a good time. But yeah, we'll keep you posted, see what's next here. So, yep, Got me on this little curvy, mountainous 2-lane highway to my last hour here to drop me down from Russellville into Hot Springs. This is kind of what I was expecting. This is what I was figuring. But yeah, you got the tree line kind of blocking off some of the valley over here, so I really hadn't got any great views. Every now and then I can kind of peek through and see that there's a valley over there, but these tall pines kind of block it for you. But some mountains out front there. I think we're close to Pettigene, maybe. Back to the east, I believe. I don't know. I got to reacquaint myself with Arkansas geography. Where everything is and whatnot. What's what. Been a minute, you know. Been out of the state for 20 years. Forgive me. But yep. These little whoop-de-woos. Even when you're driving, they can make you lose your stomach, you know. Give you a little rollover. It's been pretty smooth sailing. I hadn't got behind too many slow vehicles, which is always nice when you're on these little 2 lanes, because sometimes you get somebody that's being overly cautious, and sometimes that's okay, but sometimes that overly cautious is when it ends up causing a wreck in some cases. But so far so good. We do got this 4Runner up here dragging a side-by-side, which that side-by-side is about as big as that 4Runner, it looks like, but they doing all right. They ain't got no wobbles or anything. They at least running the speed limit, so we're good. That's all we need to be able to do, run the speed limit, especially on these little roads. But yeah, got 45 miles to go, right at 1 hour, so should drop me into Hot Springs about the same time my buddy's getting there, so should be solid. Looking forward to it. Just kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy this red Dodge pickup truck in front of me. Or Ram pickup truck. It's Ram now and not Dodge. Well, made it to Lake Quachita State Park. Got in last night. Got in, went and ate at DeLuca's Pizza. It's everything you would hope for it to be. Great pizza. Super loud in there. Expect to wait at least an hour. I think you can make reservations, but if you just show up, everyone was saying, yeah, it's typically easily an hour wait, but well worth it. You can get a drink from the bar. They got an area to sit out front, socialize. It's a good spot. Definitely worth it if you're in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Hit up DeLuca's. But yeah, this is Lake Quachita State Park. Pretty nice campground. You know, I'm not a huge campground person. I typically prefer to primitive camp, but since it is August in Arkansas, I needed electricity to at least be able to run a fan at night. You know, like I don't need full-on AC, but it's at least nice to have my fan to sleep with, and that was pretty much all I needed. I think I slept in the hammock, and I think it was about 80 degrees when I went to sleep, and yeah, not mad about it. Slept pretty decently. Moon was super bright, so I kept trying to cover my face, but other than that, solid sleep. Alrighty, we are officially checked in now. That's the visitor center. It's nice. They got some little resale items in there. Got ice and firewood for you for purchase as well. So that's always nice to have access to. Let's see here. I'm gonna go back this way. Let's see. Another boat ramp and a marina down here. So it looks like we've got a boat ramp right there where we're camping at, and then looks like they got one down here as well with the marina. So that's nice. Oh, those are not bad. That's a nice spot right there. Yes, sir. Oh, a little beach volleyball area. Right, they have the little swim area right there. All right, here we go. Here's the marina. Cool deal. So yeah, probably have to make our way over here. Looks like they got some kayak rentals too. That's cool. Make our way over this way to get gas. Probably just put the boat in closer to where we're at. It seems a little bit busier over here, but make our way over and get gas. So cool deal. Got all the amenities that you need right here. A big nice parking spot for all the boats and trailers. Good deal. Maybe another camp area up that way. Hiking. Walking path right there. I ain't mad at it. Alright, wrapping up the day at Lake Quachita State Park. Heading home back to Northwest Arkansas. I got about a 3-hour drive ahead of me. So, getting on the road about 5:30. Get home a little before 9. Probably around 9 after making a stop for gas, probably. So, yeah, not a bad little turn and burn trip. Well worth it. We got on the water. Say we probably ended up getting on the water around 10:30 or 11 today. And then stayed out till 5. I had my friend drop me off at 5, and then him and his son, they were going to go back out for a while because they're going to stay another night. But I need to get back to Northwest Arkansas for tomorrow to do some stuff and whatnot, and I just figured, you know what, I'd rather make the drive right now today than tomorrow morning early because I need to get back before like 11. So figured I'd go ahead and get it knocked out and be able to get most of it knocked out here in the daylight as well, so that'll be nice before it gets dark. Yeah, really good time. Lake Quachita is huge. It's big. Really cool though. We enjoyed putting around for the day. Stopped a few places, swam. Made our way over to a marina that had a Subway. Of course, we went in like right when everybody else was going in as well, so it did take about 35 minutes to get a sandwich, and it was probably the most expensive Subway sandwich I've ever paid for, but it was good. It was nice, you know, out on the water. You take all these snacks and everything, and then you like see real food and you're like, I shouldn't because I got all these snacks, and you're like, I'm gonna do it for the just to do it experience. I don't know. Subway on the water. Well worth it though. Good sandwich. Hit the spot. Kind of got me through the rest of the day on the water, so I wasn't then in turn eating too much like junk food, so it kind of worked out. But yeah, really good time. Glad my buddy invited me out to go ride on his boat. It's really cool of him to do that and extend that, and hopefully we can try and get together, you know, bring my family out, his family out, and kind of get together at some point and put around on one of these beautiful lakes here in Arkansas. Trying to get him up to Northwest Arkansas because that's where I'm at, obviously, and we've got Beaver Lake not even 45 minutes from our house. So I'm trying to get him to tow his boat up there, but it is about a 4.5-hour drive from where he lives up there, and I get it. Dragging a boat all the way up there and turning around and dragging it all the way home is kind of not everyone's cup of tea, especially if it's only for like a day or two. You know, if we could work something out where it's up for like a week, then it might make a little bit more sense, but I get it. It is what it is. But yeah, hopefully we can get something coordinated maybe before winter hits and get together. Get everybody together. That'd be cool. But yeah, he's my childhood friend. I've known this dude since like 2nd grade, easily, maybe even before, but 2nd grade's really my memories that start with him. But yeah, known each other our whole lives, so really cool getting to reconnect with him after being in the military for 20 years. You know, you kind of talk here and there, but not a whole lot. So it's been really cool to reconnect with him. He's got the season tickets to the University of Arkansas as well, so I went to a few football games with him last season when I got home, when I just got out of the Air Force and moved back to Northwest Arkansas. He invited me out to a few games, and then he's got 3 tickets, and he gave me his 3 tickets to one of the games that was like the, you know, salute to service, salute to troops, whatever, recognize veterans. So he gave me those tickets to that game, and I took my 2 kids. So that was pretty cool. Really just solid dude. Looks for nothing in return. Just, you know, again, just one of those lifelong friends that pretty much will do anything for you, and kind of the same for me. I'll always be there to do what I can for him as well. So really love that guy. But yeah, really good, fun day out in the water. It was nice. I mean, there was a few times we got a little hot, but like, all right, let's stop and swim for a little bit. You know, he's got a bimini top on his boat, so that helped give us some shade and just the right cruising speed. It was a nice 91 degrees most of the day out in the water. Little cloud. We had some clouds roll in this afternoon actually, so that was kind of nice too. But yeah, solid freaking day, and all it does is make me want a boat, so there's that. Alright, well, we're gonna get this drive on the way and see what else we record.